Alright, hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Nappytresses. So today I'm going to be starting my book series for 2016, and the first book that I'm going to be bringing to you guys is going to be Melanin, and it says what makes black people black, excuse me. And what I decided to do for this book, because there's so many different terms and such words that I don't want to misunderstand or misinterpret, so I'm going to be reading some parts in here that I've highlighted for you guys. And I wanted to start off with reading a definition from like the Google, I think it was Wikipedia or Webster, one of the two, of what melanin is. It says that melanin is a complex polynomial derived from the amino acid trosinine. And that's all it says. So when you go to look up melanin, you have to dig a little bit deeper than the surface, because it's not really going to give you anything that links back to black people, and kind of tell you the benefits and some things of what to do, what not to do, that type of thing about melanin. So I'm gonna put that book up there. Okay, so let's get started. Just like I said, it's going to be kind of like a summary and then I'll give my opinion at the end. So it says that it says that melanin is the biochemical substance that drives physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual life. Melanin is basically what makes our skin black. It's a civilizing chemical. It reproduces itself. A free radical protector, can be transformed in the blood. It concentrates nerves and brain information. It neutralizes, oxidizes, converts substances, reduces another substance, and is unchanged by radiation and high temperatures. It says melanin is inside and outside of the body. Is heat resistant, and it can endure up to 1,225 degrees Fahrenheit. And it has a pleasant odor, is resistant to X-ray, resistant to strong acids and alkaline, and it's found in the environment, springs, lakes, soils, the planets, atmospheres, and animals. So melanin is found in everything natural, in the world, as well as in black people. Melanin is present in our, again, body, skin, our cells, our nerves, our brain, our muscles, our bones, reproductive system, digestive system, and all bodily functions in a higher amount compared to other races. And it says the pineal gland, which is some people call the master gland or your third eye, stimulates the growth of your nerve system. And so it's saying that basically an understimulated pineal gland in childhood can reduce the thinking process as an adult. And there are things that can clog your pineal gland, such as alkaline in our water, our tap water that we drink, and even in bottled waters. Fluoride can clog your pineal gland, which fluoride comes in our water as well, and our toothpaste, and etc. There's a lot of things that we consume on a daily basis that has fluoride. And then it says that the melanin secreted by the pineal gland basically helps to aid in producing a hormone called oxytocin. And oxytocin is similar to morphine, but is the main hormone that causes people to bond to each other, so like a mother to a child. And it says that black people with inadequate melanin levels will have problems getting along, forming unity, and will also consistently destroy each other. They will lack the energy to sustain unity because naturally bodily made sugars regulated by melanin cannot be utilized. And it says that this result is because of inadequate insulin. And it says that the pancreas insulin hormone takes the natural sugars, which is not white sugars, outside of the blood and put it into tissue. This is the melanin's inability to regulate insulin causes mood swings, irritability, and low energy. The liver's ability to make bile is basically from melanin. And black people that spend vast amounts of time in or out of the sun are exposed to the visual pollution of artificial light, sunglasses, television, reflected light, concentrate, bricks, highways, buildings, window glass, contact lenses, monitors, television screens, fluorescent lights, wireless cell phones, earphones, and cars tend to have mild depression. So basically it's saying that every black person every day is subjected to depression because we are encountered with one of, if not all those things on an everyday basis, especially cell phones, artificial lighting, and television. It says a polluted environment, public drinking water, noise, negative moods, social situations, a lack of exercise, processed foods, synthetic drugs, and computers decrease melanin production and the stimulation of the pineal gland. It says when children are derived from the sunlight, it causes physical and emotional problems. And I know that for me, you know, this is one reason why I am like kind of low energy and a little bit depressed at work, because I work in an inside building and I can go to work in the morning and come back and it's night and I've spent my whole day inside dealing with artificial lighting and a lot of technology, which is definitely harmful for me, and you know, which that is the reason why I'm having a depression. You know, it's like your body's telling you, like, you know, this stuff is killing you, and yet we're still being exposed to it every day. The pineal gland and healthy nutrition. So whole, unprocessed foods, unchemicalized foods, which means that the fact that we're eating, you know, foods with steroids, hormones, genetically modified, you know, things that are rising our pH level, things that you know, are not giving our body any type of nutrients, are actually hurting ourselves, and it's hurting our melanin. The alkaline, or excuse me, the alkaloid melanin is made by the pineal gland, and it says that it secretes into the body after sunrise and reaches its highest levels around 10 p.m. And it says that this alkaloid connects to other substances and forms melanin. It also maintains, repairs, and builds brain and nerve tissue. Coincidentally, it is good for all brain and nerve diseases such as, look about this, lupus, memory loss, numbness, tingling of nerves. It says attention deficit. It says Alzheimer's. Melanin synchronizes body functions. It helps to maintain the rhythm and the secretion of milk and concentrates on the uterus, so far as, you know, with pregnant women. It says it triggers puberty. It increases electro brainwave activity. It regulates blood pressure, induces sleep, stimulates and gives off positive effects of emotion and energy, as well as a good body makes it makes its own chemicals, but it says that whenever you are inducing man-made chemicals, synthetic chemicals, that they bond and incorporate themselves into melanin and generate harmful chemicals, species, and they attack your body. So, and this is the attack can be stimulated by normal body activity, as well as negative emotions and social activity. So on top of you consuming you know, some type of chemical, or some, you know, you taking chemicals in, if you're already in a bad mood, all of that is going to just attack your nervous system. Dominated black people are highly susceptible to these attacks because they consume synthetic, chemicalized junk foods, beverages, drugs, and cosmetics. And a lot of people don't know, even when you put things on your skin, so when you're using these unnatural makeups that has all these chemicals and things, guys, really do your research on that, because again, it's telling you that that is not, you know, benefiting you by any means. It says that melanin has a free radical behavior. It will attack harmful synthetic chemicals, preservatives, food alternatives, drugs, cocaine, crack, Viagra, caffeine, and attack them in an attempt to transport them elsewhere and neutralize them. The body, it naturally will attack things that it knows it's not supposed to be in there. So if you're consuming these things on an everyday basis, you're eating meats, especially red meats, and you're consuming, over-the-counter drugs, or smoking cigarettes, or drinking caffeine. You like your Starbucks, you like your Dunkin' Donuts, but at the end of the day, that is something that's not supposed to be in your body, and your body is trying to kick that out. But if you continue to keep putting that in, it's just going to keep continuing to break down your body. Those chemicals combined with your melanin can be very harmful. It says that emotional stress, disease, physical stressors, junk food, cell phone, and computer radiation can cause the release of combined melanin and harmful chemical molecules into the blood and interact with other chemical hormones, minerals, and nutrients. This is the combined melanin and harmful chemicals accumulate in the body and cause a toxic overdose, and it can break down and reincorporate. Is the main example of destruction caused by synthetic drugs are the female's eggs. It says, for example, an adult woman that is pregnant with a girl can damage the girl's eggs. So if you're pregnant, and you're having a little girl, just by you eating, the unprocessed foods, just by you being, just by you surrounding yourself with radiation and, surrounding yourself with these factors that affect our melanin on an everyday basis can be harmful directly to your child, and having them have issues with reproduction. It says, despite the immune system's attempt to protect its body from drugs, the pregnant woman will still get high if she consumes any type of alcohol or marijuana and type things. And it says that all unborn girls have the eggs that will never have been before they are born. So it says that all unborn girls have all the eggs that they will need before they are born. And it says that unborn girls do not grow eggs after they are born. They are born with their lifetime supply. So if you're pregnant and your daughter has full 100% eggs, but every day that you're consuming these things and these factors, the pollution and things, is cutting off her egg supply. And once she's born, the eggs are never to be, she can't reproduce them again. That's kind of just like your nerves. Once that tissue is gone, it doesn't reproduce itself. Is that the melanin in the eggs and ovaries connects to the drugs, forming a type of mental, physical, and chemical cloning. It says that the melanin in the eggs and ovaries connects to the drugs, and it forms a mental, physical, and spiritual genetic alteration, which could therefore basically have your child have some type of defect. So far as a mental disorder, maybe missing some type of limbs, or maybe blind, all that comes from us engaging in these things that are counterproductive for our melanin on an everyday basis. So it's really harmful. It says a black person's emotions and behaviors can be anti-melanin by adopting Caucasian culture as their primary or only culture. It says African culture, adultery is anti-melanin and is typical of black people that have no African culture practices and seek or maintain ways to serve or entertain practicing Caucasian types of relationships and sex. It says eating Caucasian processed junk foods. Person with undernutrition will have physical, social, and mental problems, and they will need to take some type of melatonin supplement, which I've never even heard of. So these are things that aren't even being taught to us, that there's a supplement that can help combat these things. And it says that the supplement helps antibodies make steroids in the hormone that gives the liver more storage. It says that it helps the alkaline the system. It says it helps mental illness and increase oxygen and life expectancy. And it says it helps to calm the body and brain. And that's if you're taking the melatonin supplement. It says our livers are slightly larger, and they also increase cleaning and energy storage. It says white people's are slightly smaller. They do not increase it. It says our hair is the least amount of body hair. We have the least amount of body hair because of the fact we have melanin. This is the white people are the most hairiest race. This is an African-centered thought. It says that individuals' value in society and is based upon the individual's contribution to society. You are what you do. And it says the European standard of thought is you are what you own. And it just separates us. It separates us down to, I mean, even thought. Everything, our thought process is different. The way we hear music is different. You know, just everything is different. And so basically I said all that, and this is part I'm going to give my opinion. I wanted to basically bring this book to you guys because, as you can see, these things are not being taught to us, and I feel like that's definitely something that, you know, we have to take accountability for our own as a people. You know, we need to know what makes us us, and I feel like this is the start of it. I feel like these classes need to be taught, you know, at least in our home, because we know that, you know, they're probably not going to be taught into the school system, which is not designed for, you know, us anyhow. But you know, just with this knowledge alone, you know, we can change a lot of things about ourselves. It clearly shows us that, you know, the food that we consume, everything that we do on an everyday basis is very harmful to us. And you know, it's stopping you from reaching your full potential. You know, it's causing disease, stress, it causes, you know, death, and, you know, that type of thing. And it definitely aids in, you know, keeping us repressed as a people, because of the fact that, you know, everything that we're doing is, you know, keeping us from, you know, being at our most intelligent, strongest, you know, and together as a people. It definitely said in here that if we stick to the Caucasian, you know, European standard of living, that, you know, as a people we will never, you know, have equality. It's, you know, it's like we're gonna stay fighting each other until, you know, we realize that we have to stop these things. You know, we have to change. We have to go and say, you know, hey, you guys like unprocessed foods and, you know, GMOs and cancer and all of that, and that's okay with y'all. That's not okay with us. So, you know, we need to, you know, just do better as a race. You know, stop leaning so much on, you know, the drug industry. You know, a lot of our parents are older and they're consuming these drugs that definitely aren't doing anything to help, you know, and it really honestly doesn't even help the pain level. But, you know, it definitely is just breaking down our bodies even more, and, you know, it's affecting our melanin, you know, which is basically what makes us who we are. So it's like if we lose touch of who we are as people, then, you know, that's where the destruction lies. And I feel like, you know, we are definitely getting back in touch with who we are as a culture, but it takes, you know, somebody to just pass some knowledge. So I encourage you to share this video. I encourage you to do some research on, you know, who you are, you know, as far as your race, your ethnicity, and other people's as well. I really hope that this video was not super long. If you guys have any other books that you suggest that I read, but I do have a lot coming back to you guys, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I hope this video was informative, and, you know, you definitely learned something about yourself. And like I said, definitely share this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.